Hi everybody, welcome to Reality Buzz TV, where we talk about all things reality TV shows and all things reality TV show stars. So I want to talk a little bit more about the recent episodes of Married at First Sight Mzansi, okay, season 1. It's not the first season we had of Married at First Sight, but this is Married at First Sight Mzansi. I don't know why they decided to press a restart button on this show. So now, you guys, I did talk about Tami, Nozitobile, the cute scenes that we saw in the last episodes where they were meeting the families. Zitobile met Tami's family, Tami's family met Zitobile's family, okay? And we did talk about their issue when it comes to Tami and the weight situation, okay? And yeah, you guys. Anyway. Now, there's something that I didn't talk about when it comes to Zitobile and Tami was, like Tami had gone to the men's clinic because, okay, Tami is married now. He wants to make sure that his performance is, marriage standards. But, you guys, when he comes back, because they were going to do some tests at the clinic, okay, for him. And he had asked them to also do a fertility test. I guess he wants to know if he can have kids, which made me feel like Tami wants to have kids as soon as possible. So when he comes back to Zitobile to tell her, you know what, I went to the men's clinic. They said it would be a good idea for you to come. I also did a fertility fertility test. I asked them to do a fertility test, and I will find out next time, what the results are. And Uzitobile I guess she wanted to find out, are you going to want children immediately, And I think Tami does want kids, you guys, I think they have issues with each other, but I feel like everything that we see him do, it's like he is moving forward with the marriage, even though some of us are like, so then I think he was a little bit insensitive, you guys, because when they were talking about some issues that Uzitobile has, like health issues that are going to probably be a challenge for her, I felt like she was looking for Tami to be more supportive. But it was just, it's almost like he was just thinking about himself. Like, yeah, I want kids and I want kids immediately, So basically you have to do everything that you need to do in order for us to have kids. If you need to lose weight, then that's what you need to do. You need to lose weight. Whereas Uzitobile, I think she's still at a place where she's still figuring out if this is the person for her. And listen, you guys, I know we love flowers as women, but I was like, okay, I guess some of us are easy on these men, because Uzitobile was complaining about the fact that Tami doesn't buy flowers. But it's not that Tami doesn't buy flowers, he doesn't buy them often enough. And she's saying when the flowers die, there should be the next batch. So how many days does it take for the flowers to, maybe roses to die? Like 3-4 days. So maybe every 4 days she's expecting flowers, because for her, that's her love language. Okay? And as guys, I don't know. I want to find out how many relationships has she been in. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like she's relationshiping like a preteen, Anyway, you guys. Now with Kutso, not D, you guys, they are starting to concern me, because they were doing so well, you guys. They were in love with each other. Everything was smooth. They were getting along. They met D's mother, who was impressed with Kutso. And in this last episode, they also did meet, D met Kutso's mom and sister, okay? Because they were shocked about the marriage. They're asking the same questions about the lobola, but I think that I didn't feel like Kutso's mom and sister had any issue with D. I think they are still getting to know her, but I feel like so far they like what they see, okay? But you guys, I think that their communication is going to be a problem. And I feel like their relationship, they have lows, low kakhulu, and then they have highs, like a relationship that I would feel like it will exhaust me emotionally because I'm happy one moment and then the next. Okay, so what happened in the last episode was that they were playing a game. They were asked to play a game. Apparently it's a game they played the other day. They didn't finish it. They were supposed to finish it. And now when they are playing the game, their issue is that Ukumo, whom by the way, I feel like I'm still deciding if this lady is really doing the experiment or she just did it to be on TV. I don't know, you guys. Commitment Gakumo for me, I'm just questioning it a bit. Okay, so then they were worried Kumo is not honest when answering the question. She avoids answering the question, and it's so irritating even to watch as a viewer, because why did you do a reality show then? Like, why did you do Married at First Sight if you are hardly going to really share what's going on in your life? Number one, it doesn't feel like she's being honest. Number two, she's just not wanting to answer questions. It's like, why did you do it? It's not like we'll foresee where to go on the show. You know, you could have just met a guy privately and marry that guy, but you decided to come on the show, but then you don't really want to share what's happening in your life. I think the experts over and above assessing if a person is ready for marriage and what partner they're looking for, they also should assess if this person is ready to do a reality show, because there's nothing more irritating than having a cast member on a reality show that does not want to open up. Like, what is the point? Like, what is the point of even having segments on the show where we are watching Utabang no Kumo, but we see nothing, you know? So then they play a game, you guys. What happens is that one of the questions that was asked, and this is not, guys, this is not original to a South African franchise. I've watched Married at First Sight USA, I've watched Married at First Sight, was it Australia? The one that is very dramatic, and they do many couples. I don't know if they do 10 couples. It's very dramatic, that one. Couples even cheat with other people's partners in that one. So those type of questions are not original to a South African franchise, Vale. So if you are somebody that wanted to be on the show, you would have done research and watched about Married at First Sight abanye that have played. So you would have known that when it comes to these games that they make you play, questions like that always come up. So I'm not understanding the big deal with everybody saying, my questions, what. Okay. Now, the question that got Kutso no D now going back to being mad at each other was the question, which wife would you invite? Was it invite to join you in a threesome, or which, I guess if you had to choose for yourself, Kuma wife Sala, which one would you choose? And Kutso said that he would go for Boitsepo. Okay. Now, he was saying it like, me and D would invite Boitsepo, and then it is like, who said Mina I want Boitsepo? Say go to where now you would want Boitsepo. And then you guys, when Boitsepo was asked about who, you know that question, who would you kill, who would you marry, who would you F? She also said it would be Kutso. So I guess they are, attracted to each other. Kutso, no Boitsepo. And then there was an argument because Udi was saying, she wouldn't choose Boitsepo. Okay. Now, Kutso makes a comment to say, okay, it looks like Dee doesn't trust our relationship, because I felt like Udi is scared now, just because Kutso says that he would have chosen Boitsepo, then now she's feeling insecure about that situation. So when he makes a comment, it looks like Dee doesn't trust our relationship. She felt like Kutso is not having her back. She says, no, I was actually joking, but the fact that you are saying this in front of people, because if you feel like I don't trust our relationship, then you should have waited for us to be alone and reveal that. Then it becomes a big thing, you guys. She even ends up walking out, but she's not walking out of the game because she was like, listen, guys, I'm done. I think she's walking out of the whole thing, and she walks out, and Kutso doesn't follow her as well, which I also didn't understand. So I feel like those two are dealing with things that even off, maybe some of the things they're dealing with are off camera. And because for us it's like we see them happy 1 minute and then the next minute they're blowing up. So I feel like Connie's into that they're dealing with away from the cameras that makes it like that when they are on camera trying to pretend to be okay, even though it's not like pretend, but you know, like when you're fighting in your house with your husband or your wife and then you have visitors, it's not like you can just sit and not talk to each other. When they are there, you sort of have to pretend that you're okay. I'm talking about that. So then they have this blow up now because, you know, now I did feel like Udi was a little bit insecure. Guys, I don't know, but I feel like Boitsepo and Sebenzile are starting to convince me. Like, yeah, they are doing it. Because before it was like, hey, these ones are too good to be true. But I'm starting to actually like the two of them. Sebenzile even made a comment to say, guys, remember, when everybody's fighting about, you know, the fact that whoever is attracted to whoever on the show, he's like, guys, remember, we did not choose the people that we're with. You know, we gave the experts what we were looking for, they chose for us. So if we had to be the ones to choose, chances are we would have chosen different for ourselves. So it's not a problem when your partner says they are attracted to someone else. They are not saying they want to get in a relationship with that person. They are just saying, if I had a choice, I would have chosen. But they are still very much committed to your relationship, okay? So yes, you guys, D and Kutso are getting me worried. I don't want to lie. By the way, you guys, Boitsepo and Sebenzile, they do get to meet each other's families. How hot is Sebenzile's dad? I was like, who is whose dad here? Are you his dad or is your dad your dad? Like, I feel like Sebenzile is his dad's dad. You understand what I'm saying? I feel like he's the one that is a dad. How hot is Sebenzile's dad? Guys, who is single in this comment section, okay? I know I have single women here. Should we be contacting Sebenzile's dad? And the wife was not there. I don't think he's married. I was looking at the finger for a ring. I didn't see it. Did you guys see it? Okay? I think we need to find Sebenzile's dad. Or he needs to be in the next season of Married at First Sight. I was like, that's your dad? He looks like your younger brother, okay? Anyway, guys, I liked how Sebenzile's family, it's almost like Sebenzile's family and Boitsepo's family are the same. They act the same. And I guess maybe that's why they get along with Sebenzile and Boitsepo, because they're very much alike, you know? So even that went well, you guys. The families were very welcoming, very supportive, but that aunt, guys, auntie ka Boitsepo, hayibo, auntie wavele waveza ingubo behamba la ku aunties, auntie besimanje manje eyomitha umkhwenyana. Imagine your auntie eyomitha umkhwenyana, ingubo yakhe beyimboze this parts of her babies. Her babies were all out. And you could see Sebenzile's dad was just smiling endless. I'm like, yeah, of course that man is going to smile like that because the display is displaying. Hi, Bo, Auntie Boitsepo. And then she also sat like this in the cut so that, yeah, when they are already showing, and then you still sit like this so you make sure that, you know, they see everything. I was like, hey, those two, they are going to be meeting in the crooked places, you know. But if you guys saw Sebenzile's dead and you are like, we need him, we can search for him, we need to find him. If he's single, we are ending the singleness. Anyway, you guys, but that goes well. I really feel like Sebenzile and Boitsepo, now they are convincing me that they are genuine. Okay, they're starting to convince me. Hi, but utabang guys no kumo. Hi, yabona those ones. Nana ungathi delela ulona ukumo and looks down on the other couples. I don't like that. I don't like umuntu ubukela abanye abantu phansi. It put me off. And then when she was talking about the questions, she won't answer the questions because they are beneath her. They're beneath what she's used to. Go. You are doing a show called Married at First Sight where you are going to marry a stranger. It's not a lot that is beneath you. But what is beneath you? I was like, hi, Ukumo, guys. So, the jury is still out when it comes to Kumo and Tabang. But they did do the family meetings as well, and I think the family meetings went well. The attitude that Kumo's mom had in the beginning, I just didn't understand. But I mean, I guess if your child went and got married to a stranger, you would have an attitude too. So yes, you guys, listen. So right now, I'm worried about Kutso and Boitsepo and Mzansi that are kind of convincing me. Tami and Zitobile, if it works out, they have a lot to work on. But mostly Zitobile has a lot to work on herself. I think what time is just a thing of you have to understand that we are in 2024. Okay, just understand that. Just that simple thing. What you are in 2024, your wife works just like you. She's not gonna be serving you every day. Just get over it, brother. Iron your shirts. Polish your own shoes. Dish your own food after your wife cooks, because apparently you can't cook. So I feel like with the time he just needs to work on the fact that he needs to understand we are in 2024 now and things have changed. Okay, there's just things that we don't do as wives anymore because we are out here making money. So understand that. But when it comes to Zitobile, it's just the issue of understanding herself, because sometimes I feel like she herself doesn't even understand what she wants. Okay, and also, girl, like if you get flowers once a month, actually that's really good. That's why I was saying that Uzitobile sometimes, to me, it's like she hasn't been in many relationships, because I feel like if you really if your marriage is like, you will realize that actually flowers is not like the most important thing. It's good to get them now and then, but there's just other things. You just can't be upset that your man bought 2 flowers once a month instead of twice a month. Like, you can't. I don't understand. It's a waste of the upset to be upset that your husband bought 2 flowers once a month. I mean, so I feel like she needs to get realistic with things like that, and then she needs to deal with, because I feel like khona into engamanelisi nje uZithobile ehleze ithi akakhale, ehleze ithi victim, I'm not, I haven't found what I'm looking for, I'm not loved, I'm not, she needs to work on that. But with each episode, I guess I'm getting less and less worried about them. Basically, the jury is still out. The jury hasn't made a decision on Kumo and Tamang, and I feel like they might make a decision. You would say these two were just playing. But people are saying that those two are still together. So we will see, you guys. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it before Pumegona, share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers in Itanda.